So I'm finally doing it. I'm finally showing my face on video. Haven't really done it before. I totally would have, but I don't have a good camera or like really a good setup for physical videos because I'm recording in a closet on my iPhone. So I guess we'll have to make two. All right, 10K. So I did not expect to get this, especially this soon. I was thinking if I ever did get 10K, it would probably be sometime in maybe December 2020, January 2021, but it happened 6 months after I really got into the YouTube groove. Thank you guys so much. So to celebrate, I'm doing a little face cam Q&A. To get into it a little bit first, I guess I should just kind of introduce myself a little bit. I mean, if you're watching this, you probably already watched the channel, but what I mean is in my Beastars video, I'd never actually really said my name before. My name's Patrick. I'm 18, mentioned that before. Yeah, that's kind of it. If you told me about maybe 7 or 8 months ago that I would have 10K on YouTube, I would not have believed myself. I originally uploaded a single video about Persona Q2 back in June 2019 because I was expecting, I was like, hey, I want to become a Megami Tensei YouTuber. It didn't really go through. I uploaded the Persona Q2 video and then I kind of forgot for a while that I even had a YouTube channel. And then eventually it hit September and I was like, you know what, maybe I should pick it back up. Even though it's not Mega 10, I want to talk about Fire Emblem Three Houses. And then I was like, maybe make a Beastars reference, because I started reading that manga. It's pretty nice. And then after that, I was like, you know what? No, I just should make a full-on Beastars video. So I made one, shared it with a couple friends, expected it to get the same amount of views as the Persona Q2 video, maybe 93. It's at 500,000 views right now. I never expected to get that big, ever. But here we are now, 6-7 months later, we're at 10K. I've had so much fun doing this, making videos about characters I love from one of my favorite manga series, and just kind of being part of a community. I met so many people through this. I'm really glad I made a Discord, because I'm over 1,200 members on there. I've met so many great people, and I'm just really grateful for how much has happened. Seriously, thank you guys so much. So I was trying to think of something to do for a 10K sub special, maybe interview someone or something like that. It didn't really go through. I'm pretty busy with school right now. As I mentioned in my Gosha video, many people don't really believe it, but yeah, I'm a senior in high school. Online classes, I have my finals coming up in next week or so. So I'm really just got to get all that done. Sorry that, yeah, the reason why I have only really been uploading three weeks to a month each is because I'm really busy in school, even with online classes, but definitely I'm trying to get more consistent and getting more stuff out. I have a video that's a prelude to the Haru video about Idro. Or Erdo, whatever. It's going to be coming out probably next week. Just got to edit some stuff with that, and it's going to be a little one-shot video, maybe 9 to 13 minutes long, depending, and then the Haru video will come out. And yeah, so I decided that I wanted to keep this 10K sub special just casual. So I pinged everyone on my Discord this morning and said I was doing a Q&A and asked me some questions for the 10K special. And so I got a pretty good amount of questions. I pinned a bunch of them, printed them out, and I'll be answering them throughout this video. But before I start, I have a little bit of FAQs to answer because I just might as well get it out there. I get the questions a lot. So why the username Kamui Miracle? Yeah, I agree with you. So I made this channel back in the beginning of high school. The beginning of 8th grade, actually. And I was in a big Persona 4 phase. Persona 4 Golden, to be specific. The character Teddy, his ultimate persona, has a signature move called Kamui Miracle. And I was like, you know what? Why not name a YouTube channel after that? I uploaded, it was a video about top 7 Pokemon generations. I enlisted it. It's old. Maybe one day it will resurface. I don't know. But yeah, Kamui Miracle, it's an old name. And if I'm going to be really honest, I really want to switch the channel name to Patrick Osborne. I don't really care about internet pseudonyms. I'm just me. But the thing is, it would be hard for brand recognition, because then suddenly out of nowhere people would be like, who's Patrick Osborne? And I feel like it's just best to keep it as Commonly Miracle for right now. I might change the profile picture from Flynn SMT4 to like, I guess just like a picture of me, and then maybe eventually switch it to Patrick Osborne. But for right now, I'm just going to stay Commonly Miracle. And if I'm going to be honest, that was like the only FAQ I really needed to answer. I really did want to get that out there. I've been wanting to mention that in a video too. I just haven't been finding a good place where to put it in a video. So this one's the best one to do it at. All right, let's start with the questions. All right, so this first question comes from my friend Lemon. He asks, how did you feel when your "So I finally read all of Beastars" video blew up? Were you excited, overwhelmed? Did you see this as a launching point, or did you think, oh God, I gotta go all in on this YouTube thing now? Well, I would say a little bit of both for both things you mentioned. So when I first uploaded this video, as I mentioned, I expected like no views or whatever. I shared it on this little mini Beastars Discord server I was in that is dead now. It wasn't really big in the first place anyway. I was like, and then the video started like climbing up to like 200 views overnight. And I was like, did a bunch of people on the server see it then? Or something like that. And then it just kept climbing. And I got a little overwhelmed and a little scared. I was in school and I check out my channel again. 200 views went to 2,000 views within the matter of like 6 hours. I was like, what? And it was like really wild. The video was going everywhere because YouTube, like, it just really pleased the algorithm because it was at the right time and stuff. And it went everywhere. I was at work and then my friend was like, oh, I saw your video about Beastars. And then one of my other coworkers was like, oh, Beastars, I heard of it. I don't know if I should watch it or read it or not. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. And then my friend's like, oh, he made a video about it. And he's like, he did? And then he was like, yeah, it's called So I Watched All of Beastars, or read all of Beastars, yeah. And then he was like, I saw that video in my recommended. And then a bunch of people at my school saw it in their recommended. And they all went up to me going like, Patrick, how many views do you have on your video? I was very overwhelmed at first because like maybe a week after it uploaded, it had 14,000 views. I was just shocked. I didn't know. I was like, it was good I mentioned on making a video on Gosha because I didn't know what I was going to do afterwards. It's kind of just going to be like a one and done video. And then maybe I was going to just not be on YouTube just for a while or whatever. But no. And then I made the Gosha video and that got a lot of views too. It was just all really surprising. So I was kind of like, yeah, I need to go more into this YouTube thing. And I made a bunch of Beastars videos. And I'm glad I really like Beastars because I do understand that I am a little bit deadlocked into making Beastars content. I noticed I tried the Ancient Mage Spy video just to see how others react. It's currently sitting at 3,000 views right now compared to everything else. But honestly, 3,000 is good enough for me. 3,000 is still a lot of people. I'm still mainly going to be a Beastars channel because there's not many. Actually, I don't think there's a single channel out there that really like covers post-anime spoilers and stuff like that. So Beastars is still going to be a heavy main focus on my channel. I might post up a couple like non-related things like eventually. I know a couple people are still asking me to make a Shin Megami Tensei 4 video. I will. Not yet though. I still have Haru to cover, Erdo. I want to make a Yafia video. I want to make a Bill Gohin video. I have a big project, a Beast Complex video coming up. So yeah, I have a lot of Beastars stuff planned that I'm really excited to go through. Oh, it seems the next question is also from Lemon. Can we get a day in the life? What's your routine and how do you plan out your videos? Well, so everyone's routine has changed recently. I'll give you my routine before the Q word happened and how it is right now. So before, it would kind of be like, I'm really busy in school. I was playing the lead in my school's play before it got canceled. I was really busy with that after school. And then also I had school. But the way I would plan out my videos is I would sort of like script it when I was in school and also scripts just like the scripts for the voiceover scenes all in school when I had free time because I had a good bit amount of study halls. I'm a senior and I'm taking a couple university classes through high school, so we have like study hall days. So I mostly did that, and then I would kind of get the scripts out to the voice actors maybe 2 weeks before I wanted the video out. Then I would edit the whole video. I'll give myself a week to edit the video before I got it out. I'll give myself also a little bit of break in between, like a week or two break. That's why it's kind of like a monthly upload thing right now, because I need to focus on like school, theater, stuff like that. But yeah, and then my routine now, I go to bed at like 3 and wake up at like noon or 1, and I kind of just like work on video stuff, work on online school, play Persona 5 Royal and Animal Crossing, and yeah. XX Harmony XX asks, what would you say is your favorite panel / chapter from Beastars? Well, okay, so panel, even though we're on like chapter 174 now, and we have had a lot of really iconic moments. I still have to say it though. My favorite panel is the I will crush every part of it panel of Lugosi walking out onto stage. It's just so badass, and especially because Peru's art wasn't as good back then, and like on the really like dramatic panel she would like really go all out. That shit still holds up now. It's so good to look at, and it's so badass. I love that outfit. It reminds me of Dimitri from Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's so cool. So my favorite chapter, I can't pinpoint which one exactly is my favorite, but I do have a list of my favorites, and I'll say why. So one of my favorites is chapter 15, the play fight. I've explained why before, but I'll say it here. I love just the atmosphere of it, the intensity, everything about it, the build up. It was just all so well executed. I just was on the edge of my seat reading it. Another really, really good chapter is chapter 103, the one that shows Gosha and Yafia's backstory. It's really emotional chapter, and it's kind of like, dang, Yafia really can't let things go. I definitely do like it. The story, Gosha's backstory, it's really cool. And then also I really like chapter 80 because it's so fucked up, and it's just so like, what? So when you read it, yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this video spoiler free. So for those of you that have read chapter 80, you know what I'm talking about. And then there's chapter 150, I think it was, yeah, chapter 158. That one was so good. It took Peru 3 years, but she name dropped why it's called Beastars and not Beastar. And I was like, yes, that iconic panel where it was like the double page with Louis and Lugosi. It was so good. So good. Especially because it took forever for that chapter to be translated too. So it was so satisfying to read. Quillo asks, what got you into Beastars? Well, I have a little story about that. So, it was a workshop for the musical at my school during the summer. It was like at the very end of summer, very end of August. And so Mock, you may know him as Louis in my videos. Him and I were just hanging out, and then he was like, hey, we should check out Popeyes. So I was like, why not? So we drive down to Popeyes and we go there, and then there happens to be a mall right by there, and then we go in the mall. So we go into Barnes & Noble within the mall, and we walk around a little bit, just looking at a bunch of random stuff. And then we went to the manga section, and then we were just looking at a bunch of stuff, as I said. And he saw Beastars, and he just looked at it, then put it back. And then I was like, oh. So then I got home later that night, and I got a video in my feed from Skambali Reviews about like animes to watch this fall. And then I was like, wait a second, that's the guy from that manga. So I watched the video, and I saw that Beastars was going to be an anime coming out in the fall. So I was like, you know what? This seems really cool. And so I didn't know like how to like access reading it though, because obviously I had to buy the manga or whatever. God, that was me before senior year started, before I learned the wonders of stuff I don't want to say because maybe demonetization. I don't know. So I was working, and my friend was like, hey, so I started reading JoJo Part 6. And I was like, how? And then he was like, oh, well, I just looked it up online and used a manga reading website. And I was like, okay. I did it with Beastars and read all of it before the anime came out. And then I didn't watch the anime until it came out on Netflix, because I have a habit of not watching anime of manga I've already read. Um, yeah, so that's what actually got me into Beastars. Just my friend and I going to the mall and just looking through the manga section of Barnes and Noble. So I remember getting several of this question. So, what my favorite anime was, and a lot of people were just like, "Oh, it's Beastars." Well, to your guys' surprise, it's probably my second or third favorite anime. My number one is Erased, and number two probably Kill la Kill or Beastars. It flips a lot, but yeah, Erased is really, really great. It's so atmospheric, really tense, and I love how beautiful the animation is, which Beastars is beautiful animation too. I really love aesthetic stuff. I'm more of a kind of aesthetic person than I do really like character design, but I'm very, very much into setting design. It's just something I've always found really, really cool. And that's something that Erase does very well too. I don't want to go too much into spoilers for that because I do recommend like reading it or watch it. I recommend reading it because they kind of screw up the ending in the anime, but the anime is very good up until the ending. But it's basically about this guy named Satoru. He is 28. He's working like a dead-end pizza delivery job, and he's not really happy with life. He wants to be a mangaka, but it's not really working out for him. But then there's this murder case that happened in his hometown when he was a kid, but he couldn't do anything to stop it. And it's never really explained why he has this, but I feel like with this story, it doesn't really need to be explained. He has this power called Rerun. In the anime, it's called Revival, but I'm just going by manga terms because I prefer the manga for this. But I still love the anime, don't worry. So he has the power of Rerun, where if something bad's about to happen, he can't activate it. It happens on its own. If he's stuck in a time loop until he changes like a bad event from happening. For example, this one kid's about to get hit by a bus, but then a rerun happens, and the only way to stop the loop is he has to push the kid out of the way and not have him die from the truck. So it usually happens like maybe like 1 or 2 minutes. But what happened is the killer from his childhood comes back and kills his mom. So then now his rerun ability takes him all the way back 18 years to 1987, because it takes place in like 2006. Or 2005. I don't know. The anime switches it up with the manga. I get confused. But yeah, basically he has to stop the killer, but he's in the body of a 5th grader. And yeah, it's so good, so tense, many great moments. I totally recommend it. So my next question is from Rengoku. He asks, Persona 5 waifu? Okay, so I was a little stuck, but then I decided. So for 5 Royal, I'm not done with it yet, but so my very first playthrough of Persona 5 3 years ago, I romanced Kawakami. And then this time I was like, you know what? I'm either going to do Makoto or Oya. But Oya, as much as I like her, I see her more as a friend character to Joker. Because, like, there's no romantic tension between them at all. But then, like, throughout the social link with, like, Makoto and Joker, there's a lot of, like, romantic tension. So I'm going with Makoto. If I were to say my favorite waifu in all of Persona, probably either Rise or Lisa Silverman. Either one of those two. Maybe Eriko too, but I don't know. Question from Fuja. Do your friends like Beastars? Then if so, do they like it? No, I don't really have any IRL friends that like it. I do have one. I got her to watch the anime on Netflix, because like this is when the Q word first started and it first came out on Netflix, and she's like, yeah, my friends like it, I'll watch it. And then she was like, whoa, I really like this. And yeah, but I don't really have any IRL friends that like Beastars, if I'm gonna be honest. X0 asks, will you make a video on Pocky? I do. I do want to. I haven't read it yet, but I want to. For those of you that don't know, Keisuke Itagaki is Peru Itagaki's father. So, yeah, the father of the author of Beastars, wrote Pocky the Grappler. I am interested in reading it. I have to get on that though. So, question from my friend Steven. What did you think when your sub count suddenly started growing extremely fast? Well, same thing with the Beastars video. My first Beastars video blew up. I was like, whoa. But then it kind of took a big pause at 5,000 subs. It's because Beastars was going through a mini decline because the anime finished airing and it hadn't come over to the West yet. So that drought was a little hard. And then suddenly The Melon video started doing really well, and that was leading up to Beastar's release in the West. And then when Beastars came out in the West, oh my god, things shot up, and now I'm at 10K. I think things are going to slow down a little bit now, but with Beastars coming to a climax now, I think there's still a pretty steady amount of Beastars viewers. So I'm hoping to still have an audience for my videos, which I know there's a lot of people out there that really appreciate the work I do, and I'm just really glad I get to make content for you guys, and you guys really enjoy it. My friend JoJo's asked, what's your favorite JoJo villain? All right, so I guess I can't fully say it because I haven't read part 7 yet, and I feel really bad for that because I know how great Funny Valentine is, but yeah, Kira. Kira's so well written because I just love how like you get to like see, you know, him. We get to learn a pretty damn good amount about him, and just like simple mundane stuff too. I really like Kira. But second, I'm gonna get flack for this. I just love Dio. Dio is so cool. I love his Muda Muda and like stuff like that. He's just so much fun. Roger Thomas asks, which is better, Beastars or Beast Complex? All right, so for background of why he asked this is I am going to be making a video on Beast Complex after the Haru video. That video is going to be a big one. I posted up a casting call club thing for it. And then my friend Nathaniel Platier advertised it on Jonah Scott's server. I have over 150 auditions. Wow. Last time I did like a casting call thing, maybe I got like 15 auditions. Yeah, this is crazy big. But yeah, the thing is, I like Beast Complex has always just been like a pilot or just like a little like one-off like Beastars spinoff. Really, Beastars is a lot better because there's a lot more emotional weight because we've grown with these characters a lot more. So obviously, I would say Beastars is better. Ace Greenstar asks, what are some upcoming anime and manga you're looking forward to covering on your channel? All right, so as I said, I have a lot of Beastars stuff coming up, but sometime in June after the Beast Complex video, I'm going to make a little video on JoJo Part 2. Why I love JoJo Part 2. It's going to be a fun little thing too. Upcoming just stuff in general. I will eventually someday make a video on Erased because I love it. But just upcoming stuff, I want to, once Beastars Climax ends, I want to make a video talking about the final battle, what was satisfying about it, what was lacking. Yeah, I hope we have a good climax. So yeah, I'm going to definitely make a video on the climax of Beastars. And the last question is what a lot of people asked, what do I intend to do with my future? Well, honestly, I want to do something theater, Broadway related, really. I'm going to college to majoring in theater and journalism, whether it be acting, singing, performing, or it be playwriting, music writing, costume design, stage crew. Any of that stuff really, really does interest me. So I definitely want to pursue that. Right now, I haven't been able to pursue really that right now because we're all trapped in our houses. But, you know, when the time comes again, I will heavily get myself involved in productions, and especially in college. And yeah, I'll keep going. This YouTube thing definitely helps out with my, I guess, acting, because when I read off a script, you could tell the growth of my commentary from I read all of Beastars video to the Shishigumi video, because in the read all of Beastars video, I'm very muffled at times, and I kind of hesitate on words, and I learned not to hesitate on words. For example, I'll be like, this took place in 1987, and like, it's not good. So I've been learning a lot, and I've been dabbling a little bit into like voice acting stuff, not too much, but it's good just to practice anyway, because it's still acting, and any acting is good. So yeah, that's what I've been kind of doing over this time to just keep me busy and keep me pursuing the future, you know? So seriously, I want to thank everyone that supported me. I'm already almost to 11K, which really wild. Thank you, just all the people I met through here, all the people that support me. I really would not be here without you guys. And so, yeah, I will see you at the Erdo video coming probably at the end of this week or the beginning of next week, and the horror video coming soon after. And yeah, just many more stuff. Look forward to a really bright future for this channel. I guess I'll plug my Discord and my Twitter. Yeah, what else is there to plug? Watch John's Voices. He's pretty cool. All right, well, I'll see you guys.